That was one of my most valuable music lessons that I got from the great Sonny Stitt. When I was working down the combat zone, I met Sonny Stitt and I hung out with him for a whole night. I'm not a big drinker, but we did share a bottle of vodka. Or maybe it was gin. All I remember was I was feeling no pain by about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and he kept telling me, Hammond, it's all about the melody. He said, you know, I can play fast bebop faster than just about anybody on the planet. He says, sometimes I do it just to show people I can do it. But he always goes back to the melody, you know. And so all my tunes have a melody that sticks to the wall, you know. Some melodies, they just have this kind of inherent thing that they get into your mind. You can't get it out. You'll be walking down the street half a day later and that melody pops into your head, you know. So I sit on the melodies, you know, and I make the cats play the melody. And then I say, hey, get out there and stretch out, but don't get too far from the tune, you know. One of the oldest compositions of mine is called Get Back in the Groove. And I wrote that when I was going through a hard time at the age of 15. It was a pretty tough time for me personally. I ran away from home. I wanted to be a musician really bad, and I had an argument with my folks, and things were just about to hit the fan, you know, so I took my accordion and I ran away from home. I wrote the tune actually on guitar, so I played guitar on it. We didn't record that until 1981. It was a lot of fun doing that session because I got to play guitar and organ. It was one of my first multi-track sessions. And then going on down the line, the track The Sidewinder, which is the only song that I didn't write on the record. Of course, that's the Lee Morgan classic. This is a tune that we did at one of our Sunday sessions. I used to have Sunday sessions at our recording studio, and I had just come back from Germany. I met a great drummer on the flight coming back from Frankfurt. His name is Ray Grappone. I said, Ray, why don't you come down and sit in for our Sunday sessions? He showed up right on time, you know, knock, knock, knock. I opened the door. There's Ray Grappone with the sticks in his hand, and he said, "Where's the cans, man?" You know, And I said, all right, this man's on time. Great. So he sat down at the drums, and we called the Sidewinder. And, it's just one of those kind of takes that was just a first thing off. It just clicked, Some musicians, we captured it on a half-track tape.
Cats make very good music. And that's Jon Hammond at the organ with his group, known as the Late Rent Session Men. Whenever he was telling me, he says, whenever he's late on the rent and hasn't got the money, his landlord will take a tape or a recording or a program or something substantial with music on it, and that pays the late rent. So he dedicated his quartet to that situation, the Late Rent Session Men, Jon Hammond. Very good. I enjoyed that. Barry Finnerty on guitar, Todd Anderson playing fine sax, Ray Grappone on drums, Jon Hammond on the organ. He's also a photographer and a cinecaster and television personality, too, on the cable. You see him. Backbeat Productions, they call it.
It's the Hammond Report for Saturday, October 2nd of 2021. This is Jon Hammond, the organ player and accordionist. I'm back with my daily Hammond Report. Hope everybody's doing okay out there. Kind of a lazy Saturday here. I've been watching some documentaries about how Rick Hall produced all those hit records out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama at Fame Studios with the Swamper musicians. Quite interesting. And of course, so many of those classic records had Hammond organ on them. Certain magic about that. So I'm just messing around here with my friend Mark Baum. Not a formal recording session. We're just playing down some tunes. And I'm planning to do some more recording as soon as it's a little bit safer to have cats over. I've been doing a few gigs, mostly solo with the KN95 mask on at all times, of course, socially distanced and all that in the new world. That's how we gotta do it, I had one of those yesterday. We did it actually outdoors. It's a little bit warm this weekend, kind of an Indian summer. That's what they call it, Well, everybody, you stay safe out there. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with something else. Not really sure what to talk about. But I've been thinking about the music. And I'll have some more music and stories for you on the Hammond Report. So come on back tomorrow. I'm going to take you home with this one. This is Jon Hammond with one last thing to say for today before I slide out of here. And that is, bye-bye now.